Recording in progress.
Hello, everyone. Welcome, coaches, to this new episode on positioning. But not just random positioning, because today we talk about soulful positioning for coaches. What is it? And this is an amazing question to ask because we always hear about positioning and marketing, how to attract clients, paying clients, money, and blah, blah, blah. But have you ever thought where positioning comes from and where our positioning as coaches should be based on? And this is why we call it soulful positioning. Soon we're going to tell you more about it. We're going to share a lot about it.
And if you stay until the end of this video, you will learn the 4 elements of ethical and soulful positioning that turn your story, values, and coaching method into a message that attracts your soulmate client. All right?
Yes.
So
We love this topic. I love this topic.
it's
This
a
is
beautiful class. I was saying to Miki before we started that this is one of the best classes that we have. So stay tuned until the end because you will get a lot of value out of this.
positioning is my part.
For those who don't know us yet,
Hello,
hello, we are Juan and
Miki. My full name is Miquela, but y'all call me Miki because me gusta.
we are certified coaches. And just like you, we have a deep desire to help others. Just like you, we have been certified with the illusion, with the dream of bringing impact into the world. All right?
Yeah.
We are the founders of the Impact Academy. We are family, right?
We are married.
And our one of the most important like whys in our life is family, and everything that we do is around our family. So
Totally.
what do you want to add about us?
That we love each other and that we work together. We are together 24/7. Do you guys work with your partner, or can you imagine working with your partner or with your husband? This is a cool question. We can make a video about it.
Would love to hear that if you do. And
Yeah.
it's an experience. It's a beautiful experience for me. For me, has been honestly one of the most beautiful gifts. And we are not going to deny it. It can be challenging
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah. I always say I like to work with you 70% of the time. 75.
Me 99%, my love.
And it's so true.
Beautiful. Let's go with
If you want to know more about us and how we live, what we do, our work, follow us on Instagram and connect with us. When you follow us, send us a message because we love to talk with you. Our Instagram is It's Juan and Miki, our names. Now, what is positioning? That is the very, very first question. The whole class is around positioning. So what is positioning? Positioning is the art of owning a space in your client's mind. Pardon?
technical problems, all right? But we keep going anyway.
Do you guys want to know what happened? Shall we say it?
later.
My phone answered to a call. That was something. So what is positioning? Going back. Positioning is the art of owning a space in your client's mind. So when they think about their problem, they think about you. This is one of the best definition that I found, and I really think it resonates a lot with what we do as coaches too. Because the truth is that whenever we get certified, we do have the certification, but the moment that we start to attract clients, to look for clients and then attract paying clients, we put ourselves in a market. Okay. What is the space in that market that you position yourself in,
Now that belongs to you,
that
right?
belongs to you? And what do your clients or potential clients think about you in that market? Okay. Now, as coaches, we all heard about niche, client avatar, and maybe not so much about positioning, but for sure niche and client avatar. So the next question that I know you guys are asking, wondering, is where do niche and client avatar stand in positioning? I know what niche is, I know what avatar is, I heard that over and over again. There are many, many theories about niche and avatar. How do they stand in positioning? And this is a great question. How do they stand?
Well, let's start with niche. The niche is the area of problem you solve. All right. So a niche does not make you stand out. It's not going to make the client buy because you are, for example, in the wealth niche, right? There are three niches, and if you haven't seen what are the three biggest niches, we have a video about it. We are going to put it in the below so you can check it out. So there are three big niches in the market: health, wealth, and relationship. Let's say that us, what are we? We are on the wealth, right? We help coaches and experts to make money, so increasing your wealth. So we can say, and we are in the wealth niche. However, if I just say like, oh, I am in the wealth niche, is not enough. Oh, I am a business coach, so I am wealth and I am in the business niche. It's still not clear, right? It still doesn't reflect what we do, all right? So a niche itself is not going to help you to stand out. Now is the avatar. What about the avatar, Mickey?
Is a specific person that you help, okay? And again, the problem with the avatar is that having a clear climate avatar does not fully differentiate you, okay? So even if you have clarity on your niche and you have clarity on your avatar, that is not gonna help you to attract the clients.
Totally.
Why? Because you're lacking positioning.
Yeah.
And positioning answers to the question, why you? Okay? So when we talk about positioning, we're not talking about just your niche and your client avatar, on which of course you need to have clarity, but your story, your methods, your beliefs, your values, your messages, what you stand for, what you don't stand for.
So like coming back to to our example, right? Like, okay, we are in the wealth niche and we like are business coaches and mentors, right? And the specific avatar, we can say that is coaches, right? So we help coaches to build money, to create more money, to build their program and to do all the things that we help them to do. But why people end up paying us as coaches if there's a lot of people that at the same time they're doing what we do? Why? Here is when positioning plays a fundamental role. That if you don't have this in your messaging, in how you articulate what you do, you will never ever stand out. So today we are going to solve that problem for you. Wonderful. So
We don't want to just leave you wondering, okay, how do I apply this? How do I stand this? So this is why throughout the class today, we're going to give you not many, but just one real coaching industry example. Okay, we hear a lot of our students that before they work with us, they tell us that working with other academies or working with other business coaches in the past, they first of all didn't have results, and second, they were never bringing up real coaching industry examples. But this is definitely not what we do, because we're coaches, and we need to understand everything that you guys need to understand, whatever we teach, with real life example, real coaching industry example. So think about, for example, Lisa. Okay, Lisa is a first-time mama coach.
this is an example that we are bringing of one of our students. We just changed the name in order for confidentiality, but this is a real story, all right?
Yeah. So she's a first-time mama coach. Her niche is motherhood. Her client avatar, of course, are first-time mothers. A weak positioning would be, I help first-time moms navigate motherhood. Why is it weak? Because it's generic, forgettable, and doesn't show any emotional value. I don't know who Lisa is, and I don't know why I should choose Lisa. But what about a strong positioning?
Well, this is exactly what we are going to share with you today. And at the end of the class, you will find we are coming back to this example so you understand. Before that, we want to explain to you some concepts that are very important for you to understand this.
Yeah, remember that in this class, we are going to share with you the 4 elements of our ethical and soulful positioning. So we're going to come back to Lisa's example after you guys know the 4 elements. Now, you guys know now that you've seen a few of our videos that we go from macro to micro. So the first question is, what is positioning? The second question is like, okay, Miki, now I understand what positioning is. It's the answers to the question, why you? But how do I show my positioning? Like, how can I show my positioning? And that happens through our contents. But which contents?
Online and with your existing network. In our methodology, we really make our students understand that their clients, their first paying clients, are coming from their already existing network, right? But if we think about online, of course, we have to talk about social medias, newsletters, and blogs. Okay? In the existing networks, this is in conversations, community, and masterclasses. So here what we are encouraging you is like the importance of being intentional in everything that you do around your business. Because if in a network event you are a lawyer, but in another one you are a coach for mothers, and in the other one you are a coach for coaches, there is not alignment, right? So it is very important that you always show up with who you are, with what you do, and that you have clarity. Because if you don't have clarity, nobody else will have it, right?
So we show our positioning through our contents. And remember that when we say contents, and we will mention throughout the full class, we don't just talk about social media posts or Instagram or Facebook, but the contents are everything that you show in your online and offline network. What happens? It happens very often that clients, we see it a lot with our clients, but coaches in general, they start to think about only contents. And when they think about contents, they only think about the online one. And what happens is that they get on what we call the online content hamster wheel. What is it that happens, Juan?
What happened is that like what the coaches do is that they buy a content creation course for $97 and they think that this is going to solve their problem, right? And then they spend hours writing the scripts, recording and editing. So they also start to post and they don't see any kind of like reaction, any kind of engagement, no DMs, no requests for calls, nobody buys. So of course they get frustrated, right? And of course they get overwhelmed because they're investing all this time, they're doing all these things and nothing happened. So the probability that this coach is going to quit because they don't see result is really big. And we don't want that is happening to you.
I am quite sure, though, that you feel reflected on the content hamster wheel that we just shared here, because it's very common, and I want you to know that it's not your fault, because whenever we get certified, then we have our coaching skills, but we don't have the business skills to build our coaching business. Because the truth is that no one and nobody and no certification school or academy or wherever you start, university even, they don't teach us how to create a business. So we don't have that knowledge, we don't have that experience. And what happens is that we make in this situation these 5 mistakes. The first one is that you're trying to help everyone. What happens when you try to help everyone is that if you speak to everyone, you speak to no one. And this is a fact. If I try to talk with every single person, I am finally not talking to anyone. The second mistake, what is it, Juan?
That you post random contents without a strategy. Of course, you speak to different type of people. Today you create this and that, so you are not able to create content, right? That actually position you as the coach that you are and solving a specific problem. So you just become noise in the market.
Yeah. The third mistake is you confuse aesthetic with authority.
This is a big one.
This is a very big one, because looking professional does not make you an expert. So we see a lot of coaches, and we fell into this one too, because we also rented a podcast studio, we did like photo shooting. The thing is that looking professional does not make you an expert and does not build your authority. Number 4.
You believe that the more you post, the more money you will make.
And also this is this is a mistake.
Yeah,
Why?
because if all this effort doesn't have a direction and a strategy, it for sure will lead to frustration and no clients, because you are not speaking to anybody. You're just talking like maybe you're creating this type of content. You enter in the hamster wheel, and then nothing happens. Right?
Yeah.
So you don't get clients out of this.
That is number 5, the mistake number 5, that you give value only content. Okay. What does it mean, Miki? It means that if your content don't lead people to a decision, they will not lead to sales. So a lot of coaches and a lot of people in general, but especially coaches, they want to show all the knowledge that they have, everything that they learned and the skills and everything they have learned in the years. The problem is that they only try to educate people. And if you post only contents that educate people, they don't understand that they can buy from you, they can work from you, they don't understand the transformation that they will get by working with you. So these are the 5 mistakes. Are you making any of this mistake, guys? You can type it in the comment below. Will it read you?
Yeah, and the past video actually we show our risk framework, so feel free to go back and check what are the type of content that you need to post as a coach. All right. Now we are arriving to the sauce of this.
That's the core part of the full class, because now we're going to share with you, as promised, the 4 elements of an ethical and soulful positioning, which are, let's see them one by one first, and then we'll dig deeper into each one.
Wonderful. Let's do it.
Yeah. The first one is your scars. The second one is your values and what you stand for. The third one is your anti-values and what you don't stand for. And the fourth one is your soul program. Miki, I don't understand anything that you're saying. It sounds really cool and interesting, but I don't get it. Let us tell more. You start with the scar one.
Beautiful. Your past pain is your current authority. All right.
Let them sink in for a moment.
Juan, but they told me in the coaching school that the certifications and the accreditations, the ICF, the ACC, the PCC, the MCC, is what is going to give me authority. No. Is what you lived in your past, what you have overcame in your past, that gives you the authority. Coaches, there are thousands of coaches. A coach with your unique story, with your unique scars, with your life experience, just you. So, what have you overcome and healed? We are going to make you some questions, right? So take notes of the questions and then take some time.
So you can start to apply the 4 elements right away into your soulful positioning. You can start to create your soulful positioning beginning from today, because you know that we never give just theory, we also give a lot of practical steps.
Yeah. So what have you overcome and healed? Make the top 5 experiences in your life that you overcame. What topic do you deeply understand that you can spend hours talking about it? I don't talk too much in these videos because Miki tell me that I need to talk less. But if it was for us, we could talk hours and hours about this. So what are those topics for you? Now, number 2, Miki, your values and what you stand for.
Totally.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So people don't just buy solutions, they buy beliefs, okay? They buy what you believe in, opinions. So think about this. What are the values you want to bring into your coaching business? What do you believe about? Of course, your topics. What do you stand for? Okay. This is extremely important, because when people are going to work with you, they're going to work with you. So they're going to work also with what you stand for. They're going to work with your values. Let me give you a quick example. For example, there are a lot of business coaches out there. Okay. A lot of them stand for luxury. Mm-hmm. So you see that their positioning is based, for example, on expensive cars, expensive watches, expensive villas, that kind of lifestyle. And I'm not saying this because I judge them. I'm just showing you this because our value, the core value that we have is family. It's quality time. It's being able to spend time with the people that we love. Okay, you will never see us showing off on a Ferrari because our goal is not to buy a Ferrari. Okay, so whenever you work with us, you also embrace our belief, our core value. Whenever you work with them, you also embrace their beliefs and their core values. Plus, consider that we live in a society in which not a lot of people share openly what they believe in. Most of the people don't have even very strong beliefs. So, whenever you position yourself in your beliefs and you stand for what you believe, you already stand out in the crowd.
Totally.
Okay. And that goes along also for the anti values, which is what you don't stand for.
And I love this one because this is one of the most important things when you want to start to differentiate in the market, right? Because if you don't stand against something, then you stand for nothing, right? So, for example, it is very important. This is what we call like the common enemies in the traditional market. They call it like this. And this is very important and is used in politics, marketing campaigns, in everything because this really can bring people together. Right? Historically, they have used this strategy to bring people together. So you want to create a community of people that they also have these anti values, also like these common enemies. And why and how you can do this? You need to start to think about what do you disagree within your industry, right? But there has to be something that is really like polemic, you know. Mindfulness doesn't work. Getting certification like crazy doesn't work. Paying $5,000 to be a coach won't bring you clients, right?
Yeah, the only thing that I would like to add here is like, we don't do this just to be polemic or just to have an enemy.
Totally.
That is definitely not the goal. The goal is to show what you disagree with.
Totally.
Okay. So keep this in mind. Like the intention is not about becoming polemic. It's about showing what you don't believe in.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, we don't believe in paid ads. Okay. Your first paying clients will not come from social medias. Point.
Totally.
Okay. And this is what we believe in. We believe that you don't need to have the ICF accreditation to start to build your coaching business. This is what we don't believe in. And we don't say all of this to go against someone or because we want to be polemic. It's just because this is what we don't stand for.
Yeah, because we really believe in this. I firmly believe that you don't need an ICF in order to make at least $5,000 as a coach. Now, I am not saying that it's not important, and if that is important for you, beautiful, do it, right? But we go against that narrative in the industry. So you need to start to find what are the narratives of the industry that you don't agree with, okay? What frustrates you about other approaches, right? What frustrates me, for example, in the coaching industry, and I always fight about this, is that a lot of certification schools, they tell you that if you get that certification, you will make more money as a coach. That is false because most probably 99% of the time, they don't even teach you anything about the business itself, right? So they are lying to you, and I really go against that because I don't think it's ethical. So I don't say this in our videos because I want to be polemic. It's because really frustrates me. I'm getting energized here.
Good.
So you see, like really something that you really need to feel in your core. You don't need to lie. You need to be yourself because in your life you have things that you believe that are right, and you have things that you believe that they are not good, you know, and that they frustrate you because you see people losing their time, losing their energy, getting like I don't know, like scammed by other coaches in not getting results. I am sure that you can start to identify this and put yourself out there in a way that really shows who you really are and what you believe. All right. Lastly is our soul program.
Your
What is
soul
about
program.
your soul program?
Yeah.
Our soul program, the program of the people.
It's your soul program, okay? Your positioning becomes real when it is backed by a clear process and method. You guys know we talk a lot about soul program, but what is the soul program? Let us share one more time. It's your coaching program that combines your coaching skills and everything that you have learned with your certifications, and I say plural because I know that you have more than one, together with your soul, meaning your scars, what you have healed, your experiences, okay? Everything that you have lived and that makes you unique. Now, of course, the positioning that you will show through your content is going to become super real whenever you have a process that is backed by your soul. Yes. Now, think about this. What specific transformation do you help your clients achieve? And these transformations, they have to be connected with something that you have lived and experienced, something that you have healed, something that comes from your soul. I'm sure you have many. I'm not going to ask you to comment below because it's a big comment, but if you want, again, you can find us on Instagram at It's Juan and Miki, and we would love to chat with you. So I'm looking forward to receiving messages from you.
Me too. So to recap a little bit here before we go back to Lisa's example, what are the four elements of an ethical and a soulful positioning? Number one, your scars, your lived experience. Number two, your values and what you stand for. Number three, Michelina.
Your anti-values and what you don't stand for.
And number four,
your soul program.
Okay, beautiful. So how we are going to reflect this and how our student Lisa did reflect all these elements in her positioning.
Yeah, let's go back to her example because again, one more time, it's a real coaching industry example. Remember we talked before about the weak positioning. Now let's see how the strong positioning on Lisa looks like and sounds like. And let's apply it to the four elements, okay? The first one is her scars. So, after becoming a mom, she felt constant anxiety about whether she was doing the right things as a mom, and when looking at the mirror, she could not recognize herself anymore. This is something that she lived, this is something that she experienced. She didn't just study motherhood, she lived it. She lived the confusion. She felt the guilt and the identity crisis that comes with it. So this is how the position is connected to her scar, her values.
You can go on with all. This is your expertise. So Dali.
She has three core values and she wants to stand for these three values. A fulfilled mom creates a healthier family. You don't have to choose between being a great mom or being yourself. And support is not luxury, it's a necessity. Are these the values that every single mama coach has out there? Absolutely not. You can go on Instagram, you can see that a lot of moms that they believe that motherhood is a blessing and you should never ever complain about anything. And again, I'm not saying this because I judge one or the other, it just simply is. So Lisa, going back to our example, she believes that moms deserve guidance and not pressure, okay? Lisa also has anti-values, so there are some values that she doesn't stand for at all. So for example, she rejects the narrative, just enjoy it, it goes fast. She rejects the idea that exhaustion and overwhelm are just parts of being a mom. So just suck it up because this is it. And the third one, she rejects the pressure to be a perfect mom seen on social media. And again, if you go on social media, there are many, many moms like that they just show the perfect life that they live as moms, which again, it can happen, but this is definitely not what Lisa stands for. So she shows it in her anti-values. So she does not coach mom to survive motherhood. She coaches them to feel grounded and in control. So once Elisa has her scars, her values and anti-values, she can also start to focus on showing her soul program. So she created a step-by-step process to help first-time moms reconnect with their identity. And she helps first-time moms go from anxious, overwhelmed, and lost to confident and deeply connected with their baby and themselves. And she shows all of this, everything that I just shared with you, so her scars, her values, her anti-values, and her soul program, in her contents. And this is how the clients that are gonna find her, okay, and remember that we said the contents are online, so social medias, but also offline, so with your existing network. For example, at the moment, Lisa, our client, remember that we changed her name, but she had both online and offline contents, okay? But in all the content, she always showed these four elements and she talks about them over and over again because this is what's gonna make her stand out and different and unique from every other mama coach that there is out there. And at the same time, is going to explain with clarity why people should work with her and what they're gonna get by working with her.
This is beautiful, and I want to make a comparison very quick. Listen to this. I help first-time moms navigate motherhood. Okay? This is the generic, this is the weak positioning. Versus, I help first-time moms go from anxious, overwhelmed, and lost to confident and deeply connected with their baby and themselves. I think it's clear, and I think you can understand like what Lisa is doing and how Lisa differentiate also with the other elements that we share with you with the generic coach. And this is the only way that you as a coach will be able to position yourself in a way that people say like, okay, this is the guy, this is the girl, this is the person that is going to take me from point A to point B. All right? And if you miss any of these elements, I'm sorry, it's not going to work. All right? So this is a beautiful class. I don't know if you have anything else to share, my love.
No, just this part, which is always the next step because we always leave you with the next step. What is the next step one?
So number one is go and check in your coaching business, right? Go and check in your contents if you are able to find in a clear way these four elements. Okay,
This is your homework.
this is your homework. Go right now.
So
Sorry.
check your contents and see, are these four elements present?
Yeah.
Is it clear? Like, do I see them all in my contents in the way that I share with potential clients who I am and why they should pick me?
Do you see your scars, your life experience, your values, what you stand for? Do you see your anti-values and what you don't stand for when you talk about what you do? And do you even have a soul program? This is fundamental. If you don't have a soul program, if you keep selling like random coaching sessions, scatter sessions, or random coaching packages that is like, coaching package is 7 sessions with me, and let's navigate whatever brings life, and you will have clarity, and you will feel empowered, and you will unlock the power within. That doesn't work. Okay, so a soul program that has a journey that takes people from point A to point B, and that you can charge at least $2,000. All right. So the next thing is that we have an invitation for you. It's a beautiful opportunity. So book your free consultation call with us. And in this consultation call, you are going to get 3 outcomes. Number 1,
You're going to identify the potential soulmate client, the one that you are meant to serve. Okay, so you probably heard about client avatar. We don't call them client avatar, we call them soulmate client because they, of course, are going to be connected with what you experience as like it's a soul too. But that's important to identify them, to know exactly who you're going to serve.
Number 2, understand if you can turn all that knowledge, all that passion, all that experience that you have into a $2,000 to $5,000 soul program.
Yeah. And get clear on the sales strategy that fits you. So what's going to come up next, you're going to have clarity on what sales strategy are going to work best for you and what sales action you can start to take.
Okay, beautiful. So how to do it? You are going to comment below the word call, and we will send you the booking link. We are looking forward to talk with you. It has been a beautiful class. Thank you, Michelina, for designing such an amazing training today for our coaches.
Yeah, thank you.
You look very beautiful today, by the way.
Thank you.
Awesome. Beautiful. Take care, guys, and hope to see you very, very soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.